Nobody has black hair. You got to hair black.
I quickly want to go back to Dustin Rhodes. WrestleMania 12, you're supposed to have that back alley brawl match.
Right.
I've heard points that you really didn't want to do the match, and then you got suspended. What's the story behind that? How come you didn't do that match?
I'm suspended. I gave my notice 90 days in advance as required in writing and by telegram. And then I was dirty on a piss test for marijuana. The test was 6 weeks old.
Oh, there you go.
So I'm in the building. We're at some show in New Jersey, and I'm going to work twice, which I often did when guys were hurt or guys didn't make it. Sean and Kev were doing some promotional stuff, and they weren't going to make the show. So I'm going to work twice. I remember sitting in the locker room. I'm sitting next to Taker, and we're getting dressed. And Tony Grias, the agent, comes up to me and goes, "You're supposed to call the doctor," which means call the Mauro Di Pasquale in Toronto. He's in charge of the drug program. I go call him. His wife says, "Oh, he's not here." We'll tell him Scott Hall called. I'll call back. I go back to the locker room, continue to get dressed, and Tony goes, "What are you doing?" So I'm getting dressed, Tony. I'm going to work twice. And he went, "They want you to leave." And I said, "So this whole chain of custody thing that you've been telling us about is so, sacred. You're telling me you know the results before I do?"
Nice.
And he's going, "Look," and Tony don't know. He don't want no how. He don't want nothing. They told me to leave. So I remember I walked out through the crowd so they'd know I was there. "Hey, I'm here." And I said, "That guy right there won't let me wrestle. And that red Thunderbird out there in the parking lot, that's his." And left. And I'm on like a Q fare airfare where I can't even get home the next day. I was stuck in a hotel in Newark because they ran the Meadowlands that night. And I was supposed to work with Kid because we had a hot angle going then. He had turned on Razor. But I'm not going to be at the Meadowlands. And one thing I learned from Vince is whenever you substitute, you bring in a bigger name. They brought in Roddy Piper to work with Kid. And Roddy substituted with the Golddust thing.
Yeah.
Because I was suspended.
Which I love that match, by the way. I couldn't imagine what you could have done in that type of match.
It would have been what it was.
Listen, we're going to